Women crushing it Wednesday, they feeling undefeated. Queens of the ring like Christine is. If you get in the ring with Christine, you might catch a beating. Just tune in, you gon' have to see it. Stand up if you with us, if not, to be seated. You seen them in every arena. Eddie and Nika, who really got something to fight for. Everybody saying they're the GOAT, who the one that slayed the Chupacabra. Your favorite girls.
Everybody, and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesdays. Yay. I got my girls here. How y'all feeling tonight?
I'm a little bit low energy because I had a flu shot yesterday, so I'll probably ride the wave.
You got you.
I don't know. You say that all the time. Crushing It Wednesday, yay, and I giggle every time.
I'm glad somebody thinks I'm humorous. Crystal, it looks like you're back from your cruise.
I am, yes.
Yeah, how was it?
Yeah.
It was good. You know, just being stuck on a ship though for 7 days, it seemed to be a long time. But
yeah.
It was a good experience. It was the first cruise I ever do, so it was good.
Okay, yeah, I've never been. I'm gonna.
Someday you have to try it.
I will. I'll try it.
Yeah, they're fun.
I will. I'll definitely try it. Well, while you were on your cruise, I don't know if you got to see Friday and Saturday, but last weekend we had some amazing fights.
Hold on.
Oh, thank you. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Arte de Tere, that did our video. I loved our video this time.
Oh my God, it was so cute.
Wasn't it cute?
Very good.
So cute.
Thank you.
She wanted to do something different, and she just like the way she cut it out. I was like, oh, this is so
cute.
It shows our personality. Yeah. I thought it was so good. Yeah, so shout out to her for always capturing us. And of course, Kush with a C that does our intro. I think he's doing really well. I haven't talked to him in a while. I got to check on him so we can do a little something else too. So, but shout out to him too. And everybody that sends us gear and gives us promos and things like that. Shout out to you all, and obviously shout out to the chat as well. But going back this weekend was hot. I mean, Friday and Saturday we were entertained. We had the Davis brothers, which I thought was magical. Mm-hmm. Yes.
How they do that DB3? I'm not sure how they do it, but they do. I don't know if it's
something like that.
I don't know.
D and a 3, yeah. But no, they did really good. What were y'all's thoughts on those fights?
You want to go first, Kristen?
You go ahead.
Oh, because I do the comments. Go ahead.
Okay. I think it was a good card. I think the youngest brother make his pro debut, right?
Keon, yes.
Keon, and he do a spectacular job in there. I'm very impressed with these lads. I've been watching Kelvin and Keyshawn for some time now, and they just seem to keep getting better and better and better. So we can't, and they bring the entertainment factor with them, right?
Yes.
So I think.
And you could just feel the energy in the stadium. Like it was like packed to the rafters, and you could just feel it. I could feel it through the TV.
They say 10,000, 10,500 or something.
I think so.
And they kept comparing it.
They would have filled it out too.
Oh,
they kept comparing it to Bud and Gamboa.
Yes.
And I remember that. Electric feeling that night when everyone packed it. It was incredible. I wish I could have been there. I truly do.
Know.
I can't imagine. And he come out with the band, to walk out.
That was so great. So I'm assuming that was his high school band from his.
And it's a tribute also to Parnell Whitaker because he do something similar, right?
Wow.
So it was incredible. I think that you can't ask for much more than that when it comes to the entertainment factor.
Absolutely. And he is an entertainer. Nika, what were your thoughts on the guys?
I thought they did a really good job of entertaining for that fight.
Yeah.
All three brothers did a great job performing in all their fights. The walkout for Keyshawn was definitely entertaining. He had his sisters doing the
national anthem.
National anthem.
That was awesome.
It was definitely I give it a gold star
Yeah,
for Training Friday. Like,
yeah,
especially compared to Saturday. Like, I'm sorry. I know everybody loves Boots, but the card that entertained us this weekend was definitely the
yeah.
DB3. They really did have a good laugh. I mean, I'm reading the comments and really have a good laugh. I mean,
No,
they really did a great job. And Keyshawn, I feel like he did. I think he had one of the best homecomings that I've seen.
yeah,
The way he won the fight. So
I
it was
agree.
like a great atmosphere that would have been nice to attend. Yeah, like Crystal said. So
Yeah, and
That
having his whole family, the brothers, and then his sisters, and his mom's always there. But and it's just, I bet that just really helped them through, each round.
did Abdullah Mason, he do oh my
oh yes,
goodness.
Whoa, that was fire.
yeah,
That
yeah.
the
Yeah,
referee for that fight is my good lad friend. He
he
is
did
so
good.
good. Let me tell
He
you.
did.
He
Well, he was
handled
dropped
that.
3 times. Wasn't it 3 times?
No, so Abdullah go down first and not a flash
Yes,
knockdown. And then the opponent go down. And then
yes,
Abdullah go down again. And
yes.
finally
It
in the
was,
second round, Abdullah take care of the lad. But
yes,
what an entertainment. What was it? 2 rounds, 3 rounds maximum? And
yes.
Brent Bovell, shout out to Brent. That referee, he
Yes,
kind of
shout out. He was on it.
I love that lad. He's so good. He just so smooth, right? That was
That
incredible.
was a good. It was a great card, like all around. Like
It was.
all the fights on that card were really good. And like which is the oldest brother, Kelvin?
Yes.
Kelvin.
Okay, so Kelvin, the oldest one, he doesn't never really even really show up like he did
Uh
this
huh.
weekend. I feel like he's like the more like reserved or like the
Uh
less
huh.
like number 3 out of the brothers. Sorry, I'm not trying to number the brothers, but
Right.
I
You're
feel like he
speaking
comes in
skill
third.
wise.
Yeah, skill wise, I feel like he comes in third, but I think he did a really good job of like
He takes some years
entertaining,
off.
winning. Huh?
He takes some years off, though.
Okay, so
Yes.
then
Yeah,
that
I
makes
think
sense.
I think he came out of like semi-retirement or whatever because
Mhm.
Keyshawn said, "Hey, let's do this." I
Mhm.
think he was.
He was a truck driver for a while.
Yes. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So he did, but you know what? Yeah, Friday he looks really good.
Yeah.
That's the best I've seen him, and he looks so confident.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the best I've seen him. So I really think this
Same.
was like a great homecoming opener for like the youngest brother too. His
Yeah.
first pro fight, he
Yeah.
did a great
Keon. Yeah.
job. So I don't think they could have asked for anything better, to be honest. So.
No, I thought it was perfect. And then, obviously, so right after, Keyshawn immediately knock Tank, but then there was also another knock with Andy Cruz. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Nika, Tank or Andy or what? Like, who beats who? What do you want to see?
I actually would like to see both of those fights. I'm greedy. I could say I'm a little bit greedy right now.
It's okay.
I like to see Andy Cruz and Keyshawn fight because they have you know that
Rivalry.
history and rivalry of the amateurs. So
Yeah.
I kind of want Keyshawn to kind of maybe humble him for the pros. Like, hey, you've been talking shit because you got these wins in the amateurs. And let me show you what it's
Right.
like in the pro life.
Right.
And then also I would like to see him fight Tank. Why not? Why not? So I like that he's talking shit and he's like trying to, I love a good shit talking, and not for nothing, he did look good this weekend. But if I'm being honest, I don't think he'll beat Tank, but I would still like to see it. So
So, will he beat Andy, in your opinion?
I think he might beat Andy. Yeah, I do, and that's why I want him to humble him because Andy's like really living off of these amateur wins.
Oh, yeah.
I think he'd be knocking on anybody's door.
What we did in high school,
So
Yeah, I agree with you. Crystal, the knocks, both sides. What you Tank, is that a fight you want to see? Andy Cruz, both? How do they go?
I would say early 2025, let's get him and Andy Cruz in there. This is a great fight to get back, maybe get some rounds in, perhaps. I don't feel like Andy Cruz is transitioning to the pros as well as we had hoped or we had thought perhaps he would. And so I don't think this will be as difficult as a fight for Keyshawn. I think Keyshawn will take Andy Cruz in the pros. I think that will happen. If anything, Andy perhaps will box up to the level that he need to in the pros because he already have that win in his mind behind him. But I
Mm-hmm.
still think Keyshawn have the experience in the pros, and I think that will carry him through.
Yeah.
Andy's just not bringing it for me at this point. Um, Later 2025, let's bring it. Keyshawn and Tank, I'm all about it. And I don't know who will win that one. I will say if Keyshawn has smart feet and he used the ring IQ that we know he have in there, I think he can beat Tank as long as Tank don't get a hold of his chin. We don't know what his chin is like, right? He have not
Right.
been hit or hurt in such a manner that we know what his chin is like. So for that
True.
reason, I would love to see Tank and Keyshawn, and I think it would be probably a rematch clause for
Oh
sure.
yeah, it might be a trilogy.
I can see that. I can totally see that.
Yeah.
So someone else say Marataya, I'm okay with that too. You know, if Keyshawn can fight 3 times next year, that would be wonderful. I
What
don't
about
know if
this
he
one?
is at the level that he will slow down, and only do two
Right.
fight a year. I'm not sure,
What
but
about this one? He said here, Keyshawn and Frank Martin.
I would take that too,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
we'll put
It's so
Frank Martin
funny that
away
you
for
said
good.
that because actually that's what I was gonna say. Me personally, I would like to see Key fight two others and then Tank, like maybe at the end of the year, like of 2025, go out with a bang after he's. I would like to see Frank Martin. I would like to see Andy Cruz. I believe that Keyshawn is stronger than Andy. We haven't seen Andy really take shots the way Keyshawn has been giving shots. And I agree with both of you. I don't think that it transferred over into the pros with Andy. He seems to be the same. And we have seen Keyshawn grow before our eyes. We have seen him, grow and get better. But I still want him to have a couple of fights and then take, because to me that's going to be a money fight. I want
Yeah,
to see a build up, and then
definitely a
I want
money
to.
fight.
I don't know at that time after the two, and then at the end of the year or the beginning of 2026, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
How do anyone know how long Keyshawn have left with Top Rank?
I don't
Is it
know,
a
but
year or
I'm pretty
2 years?
sure it looks like he seemed very happy with them on Friday. He was like,
Yeah.
top rank, making his
Everyone
life.
happy when they win.
Yeah, I know, but
Right.
like I think he was happy
I
the way
love
they
Top
treated
Rank.
him for this hometown fight, because they really did a good job with this fight.
Yeah, they did. They did. Yeah, I don't know how many fights he has left, and if there's a something in there to renew, I'm sure there is. I mean, come on. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. That's
Did
something
y'all
I'd
like
like to.
did y'all like the way they were like he had the earpiece in his ear and he was interviewing pretty much while he
I
was
hated
walking
it.
out? I didn't like that because I'm just like he needs to be in the mind frame of like ready to fight,
A
not
lot of people said
like
that. Yeah,
answering questions on the way to the ring. Like no,
I
yeah.
had
I
forgotten
wasn't a
about
fan
that.
of that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I could say that I didn't like was that for sure.
I agree. I agree. I don't know whose idea that was,
I don't
but it
like
was
it.
not a good idea.
Yeah.
And maybe in his performance, okay, obviously it did not affect him, but there's going to be boxers that it will.
Yeah, like if he's fighting Tank, he definitely can't be walking out
No,
answering no questions. I can tell you
we
that.
can't make this the norm.
They should he said he hated the ring walk talk. Yeah, okay. I thought you said you hated the ring walk. The ring
Yeah,
walk.
yeah,
No,
yeah. The
It
ring
was
walk
too
truck.
much.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't a fan
you
of
need to
that.
be like game ready. You don't
In the
need to.
zone.
Yeah, I don't know whose idea that was. I don't know. I don't like it.
Whose idea was it? I want to
Scratch
know.
that off the list, you guys.
I want to know. And then Saturday.
Oh, see, Trill was there. He said one of the best fight atmospheres I've ever experienced in person.
On Friday.
Yeah, on Friday.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. I mean,
that
like I
is
said, I
so
got viewed through the
awesome.
TV. I was so excited. I was just like
Yeah.
pumped up.
You have to rub it
Mm.
in, Trill.
I know, right?
One of the best fight
I was
atmospheres I've
I
ever
was
experienced.
It's
I was supposed to
amazing.
be there. I was supposed to be there. I got my credentials, and I had to decline because my mom wasn't doing very good and isn't doing. She's doing okay now, but I hated it. I hated that. But it is what it is. So we'll just live vicariously through Trill.
Yeah, good real.
HLD says, had Keyshawn lost, we would have blamed the distractions. No, I think people would have been, I mean, it might have been a little bit of that, but people would say, oh, no, it was the weight. Because remember, this dude came in fucking 6 pounds over.
And he looked huge.
Yeah. So,
His
so
back
he
was
had to pay a hefty fee. So he
yeah.
pretty much paid to lose because you got your ass beat in there. So you lost all that money to lose. Like, that was crazy because
And I think that was strategy. I think that was strategy to come in heavy. I really do.
Oh yeah, for
He
sure.
didn't even try. He didn't even try. He didn't
No.
even try. 6 pounds
But-
is crazy.
It
But
didn't
they
work.
say he a 140 pounder, right? So
Yeah.
even if you're a 140 pounder, you don't even get below 140. So I think it definitely have to be a strategic.
Absolutely.
And I don't agree with HLD on that comment.
I know,
because
HLD, you got so much. You have so many.
What did he say? I can't see.
He says the weight thing was staged by Top Rank. You just like you be having all these conspiracy theories. I don't know. That was the man came in 6 pounds.
Siempre,
He thought he was
hombre,
that was gonna be an advantage, and it definitely wasn't. So that's why the win looked. It was even more impressive and looked more entertaining to people because everybody was like, oh, this guy, 6 pounds over.
Yeah.
Keyshawn gonna be able to fight it.
Right.
I think Keyshawn probably gained a few fans at this fight. Truly.
Oh,
Mhm.
absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, I think so. If people didn't believe in him before, because there's some that we don't know. I mean, we know, we saw it. We know that he's talented, but then there's some that are like, oh, we're not sure. We're not sure. Let's wait. I mean, if you're not sure now, then I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're looking at. Because he looks marvelous.
They don't have to mention how much Keyshawn came in at fight night. They was more concerned about the lad who was overweight to begin with. So
I don't know. He just
what he perhaps he may have put on 15 pounds. Even then, he's not even catching up to to the other lads. So
that's normal.
Conspiracy theories, my goodness. And I think HLD, you might not like Keyshawn because you're a Teofimo guy, and he kind of like bitched to me. He kind of bitched Teofimo on that stage when he was kind of just like, "Hey, I saw that video," and then Teofimo was like, "You did?
I remember that.
You did?
Yeah, that's true."
So you don't get the same energy. So yeah, you pressed your guy, and your guy wasn't on that same energy. So maybe that's why you're just like, "Yeah, Top Rank staged it." Nah.
Yeah, it was not staged. I know that was not staged.
What about a Teofimo and a Keyshawn fight?
Man, you know what? I wouldn't mind that. Even if we don't like Frank Martin, Tio, yeah, I definitely want Andy Cruz, but either Frank or Tio would be good for me.
I don't think Tio would take it, but
what I saw online today was that allegedly or possible rumors that Teofimo and Devin Haney fight is supposed to be.
I saw those rumors too, yeah. Who knows? I don't mind that fight.
But to be honest, I don't care for Teofimo. I don't even care if he gets any fights. He don't deserve any fights. He's trying to take the racist route to get fights.
I don't like that. Yeah, that's for sure.
So I could give 2 fucks who he fights, to be honest. Like,
so it's like
I'll be fine if he never fights again. Okay.
It's like you have people that want him to fight so he can lose, and then you have people that are like staunch supporters, like HOD, that like want him to win. So it's like it's black and white. Literally, or brown and black. It's like, and it's like divided. It's divided.
He's trying his best to take that angle to get fights, but maybe that will work for him for this. Him trying to get this Haney fight.
Yeah.
But
why did Keyshawn need to move up to 140? He make 135.
So HLD says the rumors are false about Teofimo and Devin Haney. But we'll see.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Devin needs to do something. I know that.
But if they do fight, I would love Devin Haney to beat his ass. Because your guy is kind of a piece of shit. I don't really care what you say. He's a piece of shit.
But I have a concern about Devin Haney at this point. Will the lad ever be the same in the ring?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think mentally, I mean, I felt bad. It's like, yeah, he said some stupid stuff and whatever, and his dad or whatever. But it's like sometimes I feel sorry for him because people they go in hard, But I guess when you're in the spotlight, that's just something that comes with it,
What do you call that, a fishbowl?
But he's not so innocent too, because he be throwing little.
No, he's not. That's
And
what
it's
I'm
just like
saying.
he
Like,
bringing it on himself. I forgot what he tweeted one day, and I'm just like, my guy.
yeah.
I think he said somebody didn't have a chin or something like that. Something about something he tweeted about, and I was just saying, read the room, read the room.
Read the room. Well, and the lawsuit was so
Yeah,
ludicrous that I had no respect for that.
Is it over? Do we know?
I
No,
don't know.
no. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if I don't even know how his dad and him think they're gonna get a fight, because if I was Ryan, to be honest, I wouldn't. Like, if you suing me, why am I gonna fight you?
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's a fight that most people do want to see, because they want to see Devin get his get back. So I get it.
Right.
I don't think that will happen. I don't think that he will get a get back with Ryan Garcia.
To change
Garcia's
his whole
style,
everything.
I think Garcia's style just
Yeah.
exposed Devin.
Same. 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 Yeah. And I like I said before, I don't think he should take his dad totally out, but he does not need to be the head. You know, he does not need to be the one, you know, running the show. He needs somebody that's been there before, that's, you know, beat Ryan or knows how to beat Ryan, and then he needs to listen. But there were no adjustments, so you know, I don't see him. I don't see him beating him. It'll be the same thing, maybe worse. You know, honestly, in my opinion.
You know, speaking of Frank Martin, he been rather quiet lately. I don't see much about
Yeah,
him.
I know, and I really like him. I like Frank. You know, I think
Yeah,
he's
he's a
got.
good guy. Right? He's probably
He
still
seems like a good guy, and he's
recovering.
got a nice. He's got basic boxing skill that's nice. He's got a nice style. You know, I want to see him do something good. You know, I just like the guy. I don't know why.
Yeah, I hope that fight, that knockout didn't like really ruin him for for fighting.
Right.
But he probably still recovering, man. If I take your time recovering, if you don't feel like you're
Yeah.
ready to come
What
back,
month was that? Do you recall? It was earlier this year, right?
yeah, it was
Yes.
okay this year.
And you know that the mental part of it, like
Yeah.
we talk about that all the time, the mental part of it, you know, they got to get their minds right, even if they're physically good.
Yeah,
Sometimes, you know,
probably
that
enjoy a
head
little
gets in
bit
the
of
way.
that money, resting his body.
Yeah, for sure,
I
definitely.
wouldn't rush it.
We had another great night Saturday. You know, I felt spoiled. You know, I felt like so happy and so spoiled. And I'll start with Ray Ford. Look, he looked good. He looked really good, and I'm glad because he needed the win, and I knew that, and I felt that he was better than the losses that he has endured, and he looked really good. Did y'all get to see that fight?
I did not, but I'm glad to hear that because that is incredible. You know, he lose a couple of controversial
Yes,
decisions. So
very, yeah, he
No, he
yeah,
did.
did look good. He did look good. But his opponent, he definitely was like just trying to survive. He was like running pretty much.
Yeah,
after he got a couple of knockdowns, he was pretty much surviving in there.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I
It
think you could
was.
see the frustration on Ray, because he wanted to get him up out of there, but he was like pretty much
Stay
running.
here, right in front of me.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
He
finish
even said,
this.
he was like, come get, so he was getting frustrated.
Hmm.
But I
Yeah, and I
saw
can
him
see
tweet
that.
today something like, yeah, he needs to work on like more body shot selections, because he said he saw a lot of open spots where he could have like did a lot of more body work. So he I'm pretty sure he gave himself maybe a B.
Right.
The way he was tweeting, he knows he can make a little bit more adjustments.
And that's one of the reasons why I like him too, and others like him, because you see the humility. Like, they know they're not just saying, "Oh, I did this, I did that. It was a perfect performance." They see the things that they need to work on. They can admit it instead of making excuses of why they lost or didn't do this. They're like, "Yeah, you know what? I should have done this, and I'm going to work on it." Then they go back to school in the classroom and they start working on that stuff. So I love that. I love when boxers do that and can publicly say it too, you know. So I like him, you know. A
And
fan, definitely.
Bam. So Daniel, hey Daniel, he says Bam has wonderful feet. Get your fighters to watch him, Christine.
Oh,
Yeah, Bam was on that card too. He did.
oh, we're gonna definitely talk about Bam. That
Yeah.
was stellar. One fight that we did not talk about is Troy Isley.
Mm.
Oh, on the Friday night, yeah, I
Yeah,
watched
the
him.
Friday. I didn't mean to skip that over from Friday, but
Yeah,
so what were y'all's thoughts on that fight?
I enjoyed it. I enjoy the ring IQ, the boxing skill because it's just sweet science that he's doing, right? He
Yes.
look if you look at him from where he has come from the amateurs to now, he
Yes.
really truly have he is
Mhm.
more lean. He feet work has improved so much, and the fact that he leading with his hands. I mean,
Yes.
I think this is a huge improvement for him. Even though people are saying exactly what HLD say. They say he was boring.
More.
I get it. He don't have the entertainment factor, okay? But the lad is a beautiful boxer. He truly is a beautiful boxer.
Yes, he's pure boxer, that's for sure. Yes. Nika, what do you think? Is he boring like HLD says,
I'm
or
not
is he
gonna
a pure
lie.
boxer?
I'm not gonna lie. It was a little bit boring, but he did what he was supposed to do. Because I remember I was texting y'all, and you had asked us about that fight, and I said, to be honest, I'm not really watching this one. Sorry, Troy. Whatever. So that to me, that was like a little like a calm the arena down type fight.
Sure.
Because everything before that, like with the brothers, they had it all amped, and then that fight kind of just like
Yeah.
down a couple of notches. But he's not there to really like win the best for the fans. He's trying to get the win for himself, because
Right, right.
of the
Yeah.
aspect we want to see knockouts and stuff like that. But if the knockouts are out there, you just gotta get it the old fashioned way. So
And he is a pure boxer. He is. And I do see the improvements too, like Crystal mentioned. But then I also say, what some people see, it's like there is no excitement and electricity the way we would maybe describe somebody else. But as a boxing nerd, watching it and seeing how he's improved, the level, that's what I like. It's like, okay, you were here and now I see the way you're coming up here. So I think that's something that I more look at. But yeah, I like the excitement too. I like knockouts. I like.
I think he last fight a knockout though? I was thinking perhaps it was. I will
Was
have
it?
to
But
look.
was it a TKO?
yeah, it was over. I remember it being over quickly, so it has to be.
I
But
was thinking for
because
some
you
reason.
know what, maybe because in the other fights that were on that card,
Oh,
that's what made it look a little bit more boring than it
sure, I
was,
could see
because
that.
we had Abdullah Mason. Like there was so many
Yeah,
exciting fights on that card that maybe that's
sure, I
his
could see that.
more so boring, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But congratulations, I.
He,
Absolutely. Yeah, no,
so
I can see that though, when you're
he had
comparing
14 fights and 5 KOs. So clearly not a big
power
um
puncher, yeah.
power puncher, but steady, right? So
Yes.
I mean, he's only 26.
Right. Yeah, he's still young. Mhm.
I'm still a fan. I can't help
Oh, for
myself.
sure. Yeah, definitely. He's a nice guy. Very nice guy. Um, so getting back to Saturday, you know, I've said it and I'm not, ashamed to say it, but I've wanted to see more from Boots. I've said it many times. I want to see somebody in front of him that's going to challenge him. And I'll just say, really, before I get to y'all quickly, I'll say the last Karen fight, okay, but this Karen fight, he looked good, and Boots got touched up. And so now I'm going back to where, okay, well, now I see this, now I see that. And, the commentating, that fight, I don't know, you haven't seen it yet, right, Crystal? The Boots fight? So when you watch it, turn the commentating off, because I'm not going to even say who, but I will say I'm a fan of Chris Algieri. I'll say that. Um, you got to turn the commentating off. It was something else. Nika, what conclusion did you come to after that? I mean, we've talked about it, all of us, like, oh, let him fight somebody, let's see what he's really made and what's he got.
Yeah.
What did that show you about Boots on Saturday?
I mean, it just confirmed though we already have discussed and thought. Like he's not this boogeyman that's gonna
He's
be
not that guy.
He's not, because everybody was on this Boots. Oh, Boots is like would beat the shit out of Bud, and that Bud is ducking, and then I'm just like, this is your king? Is this your king? This is the guy that you say is supposed to be Bud? No. Sorry. I was telling people on Saturday, oh, I didn't see a boot. I saw a chancleta. I didn't see a
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see a boot. I saw a chancleta. Sorry.
Right.
And I'm not saying that Boots is sorry or anything like that. What I'm saying is he's not the guy that you guys were trying to say would be Bud. I'm sorry.
Right.
Just not.
No.
So.
No. I saw so many
He has
flaws.
too many holes that Bud would expose. Like,
Absolutely.
so many. Please.
And he kept hitting low below the belt, showing his frustration, showing that he's trying to do something.
After the fight, he had the audacity to say, "Oh, that Karen is a lower level fighter, and that's why he looked the way he did."
And what does it say about him fighting lower level fighters?
I'm not buying that anymore. No,
I'm not buying it either.
The thing
that's not a good thing for him to even say.
Yeah, he did his homework. He came back to the drawing board.
And he looked good this time.
Things, and he looked better. Wasn't enough to beat him, but he looked better. So he's just not the guy that's gonna be Buzz. So y'all gotta find somebody else. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is my next question. So are we seeing on the social media that they are saying that Boots was still beat Bud? Or
the
they
percentage
still
has dropped.
The
percentage has dropped. They're still the Bud haters, and they're the ones. But the percentage has dropped.
I haven't seen people saying, they were just like the people that I used to see saying that he would beat Bud. I haven't really seen them talking that shit like that no more.
No, and even Bud gave him advice, on Twitter, which I love.
Yeah.
Respect. I love that. But it's true. Listen to Big Bro, because
I guess, yeah.
Well, I say that before, and people was jumping on me because I say I really don't want to see. I want to see more from Boots. I like the lad, but I don't want to see him end his career already.
Exactly.
By taking a fight with Bud.
Right.
And then they was like, "Oh, what you mean? What you mean? He will beat Bud." I'm not buying that, and I haven't watched this last fight, but from the sound of it, it just
you gotta see it, and also pay attention. And I know you saw this too. Respect to coaches, respect to parents, everything, but Boots' dad was in there, and he's just like, get him out of there. Get him out of there.
No instructions.
Okay, how do I get him out of there? What do you want me to do to get him out of there? Just get him out of there. You're going too long. Get him out. I think every round he said that.
Yeah, he wasn't giving him any instructions. He just kept saying, get him out of there. Get him out of there. And I'm just
like, someone else on here.
How?
Say something. So
his
dad would have, Boost was a little, his holes were exposed this weekend, but his dad's training in the corner, like his work in the corner, was exposed as well.
Yeah.
So is he the only one who trained him? Just his father?
I don't know, honestly. I really don't know.
I don't care if he got in that corner. It wasn't going to be enough to beat Bud.
No, there's no way.
I was like, where are all these Boopa grades? They was like saying that he would beat Bud. Like, they're real quiet tonight. Where are you guys?
Yeah.
In the closet. They were hiding.
Yeah. No, for sure. And so I'm still not. I think he's talented, nice young man, but I'm still not totally sold. And then, did y'all see that Boxing and Barbecue? They were in they were in the presser. It was right after the fight, I believe. And the post
and Blair
the Flair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why not? And I know Eddie was like, you know what? No, we're gonna go after bigger and better. Whatever he was saying. Why not fight Blair? Why not? I wouldn't mind seeing that fight.
I would be okay with that fight.
He knows how to sell a fight. He will talk that up and sell it to the people. He definitely would.
Crazy.
Yeah. And he knows how to sell a fight, and also he's got such an awkward style that he's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I wouldn't be mad at that fight because I know that Blair would sell it. Initially, people would talk shit about it, but I feel like Blair would get them with the build up.
I'm with it, and I don't know if Boots could figure Blair out.
Oh, I think he can. Surely he can. Like, surely he can do that, right? If he can't do that,
I
then we
would
have a
hope
problem.
so.
My only concern is this: what is in it for Boots by fighting Blair?
Nothing.
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 So it don't surprise
Nothing.
me if they don't take that fight
Yeah,
because
no, I know they won't. I know
there's
they won't. But
nothing
in
to gain there.
my
Yeah, yeah,
little fantasy matchup that I hate fantasy matchups, but
yeah.
I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. You know, I don't know. I wouldn't mind
Who holds
seeing
the
it.
other belt at 147? Do we know?
Oh gosh,
Somebody in the chat knows.
somebody in the chat.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
We have some interims, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'd have to Google it.
Somebody
Yeah, I have.
that later. Boots needs to move up. He's not
Barrios and
doing nothing
Stanionis.
at 140. Barrios, Stadionis. Norman. Yeah, it was Norman. See, because I think Norman is.
Norman.
I was gonna say Brian Norman, but I feel like I don't think that fight is gonna happen. He already missed his chance, or if it really was a chance, because they're saying that was just like bullshit about them
Yeah,
getting a real offer. So
Right.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. They were saying
Norman,
that.
Barrios, and Stanionis. So why we don't get a
Danny
Boots
on
and
it. Yeah,
Stanionis?
yeah.
I mean, that would be a hell of a fight, and I don't know if Boots can take Stanionis. Now,
Well, and people are putting Virgil's name out there.
but Virgil is at 154 now, so I don't see that happening either.
yeah,
Well,
because
and
he
then
was
if
making
Boots
him
wants to fight, if he wants to fight Bud, he'd have to go to 154, right?
He
So,
do.
so
At this point, if he only have one belt, Boots, perhaps it's better for him to move to 154. I thought the idea was at one time that he would try to go undisputed at 147 before he
yeah,
goes to 154. I
yeah,
just don't know what he wants. If he wants the money fights, he have to go up to 154.
absolutely. And I'm just wondering how easily or not does he make that weight? Because he's not a small guy.
Well, I don't care if it's with 147 or 154. He's not beating Bud.
Yeah, no, no.
That's all I know. So
but think about it. Let's say he goes that route and he wants to move up to 54. Virgil and Boots, who wins that fight?
Well, if Virgil make it to the weigh-in, I can see that being a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
My fear is Virgil don't make it safely through the weigh-in process. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that fight will happen or not. But if it do come to the ring, I think Virgil give him troubles, and a lot of them.
Yeah. 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 Nika, what do you think?
I don't know, because what I seen this past weekend, I don't know, and that's the fight we need to see next. Yeah, move up and fight Virgil, because you need to keep Bud's name out of your mouth. So I'd rather him fight Virgil. So I don't know. I just think
Why is this a lad that Fondora will take a fight with finally?
Because he says, he didn't look good because he was fighting a lower tier fighter.
Yeah.
And Virgil would be considered, up there. So maybe that'll be the best out of Boots,
Yeah, maybe so. The thing is, I mean, I do agree with you, Crystal, too, like about the weight. Like, I want him to be healthy. Like, I want him to make it healthy because it's just, he's been through so much. And he's such a nice guy. He deserves everything he wants. I think it would be a very interesting fight because Virgil is a pure Mexican style boxer. He comes forward. He has power. He wants to bang it out, and Boots would have to be on his bike all night long. And could he do it?
I don't know if he can at 154. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that would be an interesting matchup, and I wouldn't mind seeing it at all.
So the real Telly wants to know what we think about Ala Sheik buying Ring magazine.
Y'all go first. I'll go after y'all. Nika, what do you think, Nika?
Well, I saw him come up with a follow-up tweet saying that the Riyadh season and stuff wouldn't have anything to do with the Ring magazine. It's just purely Ring magazine. They plan on bringing the actual magazines printing back, still doing online. So he's selling a good game. I don't know. I'm not a fan of him like altogether, so I really don't give a fuck what he's doing. And I don't know. I feel like people haven't really like looked to Ring Magazine for a long time for like important stuff. If we're being honest, so maybe he'll bring it back to life. I don't know. I'm not a
Yeah,
fan of his. I really don't care. To be honest.
I hear you.
I don't.
Crystal, what do you think about that?
Well, Uncle Turk is not impressing me right now because all of the things that I'm seeing, the rumors here and there and everywhere, all say that all of the fights is fixing to be in the Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
I don't like this. I don't like
yeah,
it at all. I
yeah.
like to have them here, back in the States, or even in another country that, I don't know.
That we're welcome.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
women are
Women.
welcome, right? Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
someday, if I have the opportunity to sit by Uncle Turk, I would like to ask him that question. Why you put them all in the Saudi Arabia?
Good
So
for
we gotta
you.
start calling him uncle. He's not our uncle.
I know, but
She
I don't know
is
what
Not our.
else.
Uncle Turk.
He is not our.
You know,
Yeah.
what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid that he's gonna do, to Ring Magazine what Elon Musk did to X,
Twitter.
Twitter X. Yeah,
Twitter.
that he his agenda, his views, his everything are going to be poured into that magazine.
Well,
You
But
he
is he
know,
tried
changing
to
the
tweet out.
writers?
He tried to
I'm
tweet out
sorry.
that it's gonna be that he's just gonna bring the prestige and the things that we used to love about the ring. That's what he's
Did
bringing back.
did and folks thought the same about Elon,
I never thought that about him. I ain't never
but
thought he
But
was.
there
do
are
they
some. What'd you
do
say, Crystal?
do he plan on changing the writers?
I don't. That's the good
I,
question. I don't know. We got this, news, this whisper, this whatever, but what is it going to be? You know. But
If he
I'm with
come out
you.
with
I don't
three,
want all the fights in Saudi Arabia.
no.
I want boxers to get paid, and I love that part of it.
Hmm.
But I don't want them all over there either. I want to be able to go. That's
I want to be ringside, and if the lad don't accept
same.
me over in the Saudi Arabia, then I'll be a little upset.
Right.
And
Right.
furthermore, it's much more expensive to go to the Saudi Arabia than it is here in the States.
Absolutely.
So some of those cards, yes, he making good cards, and there are cards with the lads from the UK or whatever. If they want to go
Yeah.
to the Saudi Arabia, fine. But some of our home lads, we want them at home,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. Um, we've got some fights this weekend here in, well, I'm not in Dallas, but in Dallas.
Yeah.
Um, and it's so crazy because wherever I go, like I'll go to the grocery store or whatever, and if I have a boxing shirt on, people, random people, oh, you like boxing? Yeah, I like boxing. I'm a fan. Blah blah blah. Oh, what about that Mike Tyson fight and Jake Paul? It's like that's where people's minds are. Like that is box, and I'm like, did you see the fucking card last weekend? You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Friday and Saturday, and you talking about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is a living legend. You know. Well, I'll tell you how I feel about that. Y'all go first. Nike, I know Tyson's your guy. So let's talk about what you think about that fight.
Oh, I don't like this fucking fight. I wish I'm happy that Mike is getting a paycheck or whatever,
Yeah.
but I don't want to see this because this is just for him. This is like a shit show. It really is. This is for Jake Paul to knock out a legend, because
Yeah.
Tyson is up there in age, even though he's a real boxer, like Father Time, it's taking over a little bit. So
Yeah.
I don't want to see Jake knocking out my guy. Like I don't want
Right.
to see
Right.
that. It's just
Right.
to me, it's a shit show. Like he's better at promoting. I'll give him that. Like I'm a fan of his as a
Yeah.
promoter,
And thank you.
doing good things for the ladies in boxing
Yeah.
or whatever, and like other boxers. But for himself, I'm not a fan of him being a boxer. Like stop trying to sell us you're a boxer. I'm not buying it. Like you're a good promoter to me, in my opinion. But him and Tyson fighting, this is like it's a shit show. It really is a shit show.
Yeah.
So I mean, this should be really the Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano card, and
Yeah,
Mike and him should not really be headlining this card. Like,
I hear you.
it's a shit.
I hear you. Crystal, what do you think? I mean, is this something that you want to see, or what are your feelings on that?
So first of all, let me say this is a casual fan fight. Casual fans love the sound of Mike Tyson fighting again, right?
Yes.
But I will agree with them. Some of the lads that I speak to, they was like, well, the power is the last to go. Yes, you're
I
100%
was going to
correct in
say
that.
that, yeah.
But don't forget your knees is not the last thing to go.
Right.
And you need your knees to
Your
move around in the
reaction.
room.
he has
Your
a
reaction time.
he has he had a knee brace on, like a little.
Right.
Yeah.
He needs to have been shot for years. Recall the Roy Jones and Tyson fight. It was
Yeah.
terrible because neither one of them can move hardly
Right.
at all with the
I
knees.
know.
The feet is not following the knees because the knees
Right.
are terrible. So
Absolutely.
I hate this fight.
Yeah.
Is Jake Paul a boxer? Yes, he's been training for boxing for 8 years now at the Wild Card gym, right? He can fight. That's okay. I understand. Do we have a skill set? No, that's why he fighting football players or whatever
Right.
exhibition bullshit, if you will. But Mike
And 50-something-year-olds,
58 years old. Why Mike Tyson? Why? And
Because he's a big.
furthermore, Mike Tyson making 20 million, according to the report that I see, and Jake Paul making 40 million. What is wrong with this situation here?
Right. And
Mike
that's
Tyson, a
why,
legend.
that's why he's doing it, and it's sad. But, I don't know Mike's financial situation, but
Yeah,
it makes me very sad that possibly he needed to take the opportunity, even though this is the second date. Remember, he got sick and it was postponed or injured, and
yeah, that's
it makes
stomach.
me very sad. And it leads back to a problem that we have in boxing where we're not taking care of our champions. Like, where is the organization or the management or whoever that says, hey, we got to take X amount of money and put it up, because one day you're not going to be crawling in this ring, so it just shows that we're injured. We need some things fixed so these
Let me
things
get
don't continue to happen.
this super chat over here from Southpaw TV. Thank you very much. He says, I'm gonna watch for Amanda, the real goat, not Clarissa. Oh my god, he's such a troublemaker.
Thank you,
He is such a
Southpaw
troublemaker.
TV. Appreciate you. I've been on his show twice. It's always a pleasure. He's gonna come on in the new year, and he's always got great conversation. Thank you so much. And then we come to Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. But before we give predictions and talk about that, I want to ask y'all if y'all saw on Twitter. Amanda got a lot of criticism because she said myself and Katie Taylor are making the most money in women's boxing right now, which is true. And one day you can be there too. To the women out there, you can be there too one day. Well, the reason why she got criticism, people were saying, you know what? Be humbled, number one. Number two, if it were not for Jake Paul, you would not be making these paydays. Yes, you're talented. Yes, Katie's talented. There are other talented women out there. They just did not get the opportunity that you did.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if y'all saw that.
But I really don't ever like read too much into her tweets because most of the time it's not her tweeting. It's the
That too. There's that.
So
too.
that's why when I see things that I don't even like, I'll be like, what's she saying? I'll be like, it's probably her manager.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, the manager run her account?
Yeah.
Jordan,
yeah. So like when tweets that are like be sounding funny looking, I'll be like, I might be the manager tweeting now because he don't really have great tactics. So
yeah.
to be honest, it don't really seem like the personality that she conveys. So I don't know.
Yeah. So and so next question, what are y'all's thoughts? Crystal, who's winning that fight?
I think it will be another great fight because the last one was incredible. It was like on your edge of your seat,
Yes.
back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then
Yes.
end with controversy.
Yes.
So I don't know if Katie have it in her anymore. I just don't. I feel like we're starting to see a little bit of a decline in her. However, I would also say that she probably training very, very intelligently for this fight, knowing that it's likely to be one of her last fights. So, I I don't know. This one is so hard for me to predict.
It
So
is.
hard. Typically, I can predict something.
Right.
For a reason. This one, I'm having a hard time.
Nika, what are your thoughts? Is Katie winning again, or is Amanda going to come out on top?
I'm gonna go with Amanda. I'm gonna go with Amanda because, like Krista says, I don't really think Taylor is like the love for it is there like, anymore. Like before, she don't have the urgency to. I don't know. I just don't feel like her heart is in it like it should be. So, isn't she doing like she's doing MMA and stuff too? Like,
Katie, no,
yeah, I thought she was. Didn't
no.
she join the league? Who was that? Who was that? Maybe I'm confusing her with somebody else. But
The PFL or something?
yeah, the PFL didn't she enter the PFL? Oh, I'm
I
tripping.
don't
Not,
know.
I don't believe so. No.
Maybe not Katie Taylor. It was the other one that fought Clarissa. That did
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. I know her. Not her. But you know. So, Krista, you have a point about Katie maybe
Savannah
not
Martin.
looking so sharp in the last fight, a little decline. But I have to say the same about Amanda. You know, something that worries me, like when people speak and they do interviews, and you just the way that they speak in comparison to the way that they did 5 years ago, you know, her speech has changed. Um, and so I'm wondering, you know, what kind of damage is there, you know, that has not been spoken of, which is concerning, obviously. But both of these women are going to get a huge payday. They are trailblazers amongst the many others that have come before them, for the new generation. So I'm not sure how this fight's going to go. Um, if I had to bet $1, I would bet on Katie again, because Katie does pretty well under pressure, and everything is about Amanda. So her mind has got to really be strong. And then when I say that, you know, I can also see it going the other way just because of the same reasons, you know.
Mhm.
Like the interviews that I see Katie Taylor do, she don't. I don't know. She just doesn't seem interested
Very
anymore.
soft. She's always been very soft
Yeah.
spoken. Very, yeah.
So let me read the super chat from MAW. I'm not really sure what the initials are for, but thank you very much. Ring the bell, Krista. Did you ring?
Thank
Hello,
you so
Boston
much.
fans. Christine, Nika, Krista in chat. Just listening in while I'm cutting the grass. First, Katie versus Amanda was fire. Second should be 2. Smash the like button, please, folks. Yeah, you heard the man. Smash the
Thank
like.
you so much. Smash that like button. But
Thank
I
you.
will say that I do not believe that there would be, let's say Amanda wins, which is quite possible. I don't see a trilogy. You know, I think they're both coming to the end.
Yeah, and I mean, look, Heather Hardy, like she's gone to war in all her
Yeah,
fights, and like one
exactly.
was with Amanda Serrano, and like now she's kind of like suffering, and
Absolutely.
boxing wasn't really good to her because now she's like permanently injured, can't fight anymore, and boxing has nothing else to give her, so she gave her all to it, and it's like
That's why you have to
these
make
fighters
wise
gotta know,
investments.
yeah, so you
Wise
gotta know
investment.
when to leave the game, you know. So
Yes. And I'm, you know, obviously I can speak because I'm not in it, you know, as a fighter, but it's like you have to invest just in everyday us as everything that we do. We have to invest. We have to have fallback things, you know. And it's just like I hope that these boxers have people around them to say, hey, you know, you're not going to box forever. You need to put something away, invest in something, whatever. I just saw another post, Raheem Gonzalez, that was on Team USA, went to the Olympics. He just bought, like, he has a property in Dallas. He just bought his 4th property. He knows that he is not going to do this forever. You know, I don't know if he's going to stay on the team or go pro. I don't know that. But I do know that he is starting to invest in his future. And I just hope that others, you know, do the same thing. It's very important. I mean, we need to do it, you know,
Mhm.
but I just hope that others do that.
I think overall now the boxers have more intellect with the residual income
Yeah.
and the investments than they ever have before. This
Yeah.
is why we
Yes.
see the other ones two decades ago, they're not doing so well
And
because
they're
Right.
no
still
one
fighting. They're
takes the
still fighting
time.
in exhibitions and stuff because of that. Yeah.
They
Right.
don't take
Right.
the time to teach them to, you know, they
Yeah.
just, it's sad. It's very
That's,
sad. And I know some of them personally, they just don't have no
yeah.
money. So now
I
they're
know.
going
Yeah.
from place
Same.
to place to
Same.
place,
And
selling
it's
merchandise.
heartbreaking. It's
Absolutely.
heartbreaking.
Hmm.
It is like, even if you want to help someone, you're not always in the position to be able to do that. You know, we can give advice and whatever, prayers, whatever, support, verbal support. But, you know, I just want everyone that's around, you know, these boxers to help them with that, because it when you're on the wave and you're like, you know, gaining all these things because your guy or girl is like winning and making money, oh, you're riding the wave. Well, okay, you know, it's gonna end. Everybody has to be taken care of, but they have to take care of themselves, and you have to help. Like, yeah, it's just, that's something that really upsets me, you know, because I know a lot of them too that are really struggling right now, and
Yeah,
it's tough.
crazy. That's sad.
It is, but then
They
there's a
have
lot that
programs.
are doing well too, so I'm happy for that.
Yeah, they do have programs out there now. You know, the WBC have the WBC Cares program, and they
Yes,
do take care
yes,
of retired boxers. But you know,
absolutely,
you kind of have to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody to be able
absolutely.
to be fruitatious from that program.
I
So
I agree. I agree. Nika, before we wrap it up, are there some questions in the chat that are you want to read and we can answer, or
I think I kind of put them all up there that they had like questions there. Let me see. I don't have my glasses on neither, but I'm not seeing
I
any.
know I'm like, I don't have my iPad,
No,
I
just
can't
everybody just chiming
see.
in. But the greatest boxing page of all time says we need to be more concerned about the middle of the road fighters and the guys that never make the 6 figures. Yeah, because I
Facts.
feel like they're definitely the ones that put in the most work and take the most like
Yeah.
risky fights because there's
Yeah,
gonna be
maybe
a
they
one
just
shot.
don't know
Yeah.
somebody. Like Crystal said, it's like a lot of these boxers, not all, but you know somebody that knows somebody and you get put on these cards. There are some amazing boxers out there that are still club fighting, or, you know, having to work other jobs to work out, and it's yes, the middle of the road, the ones that nobody knows. Absolutely. I feel you on that.
Daniel Gaylor wants to know if you're still doing your sit-ups.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I have to send you a video. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm out of town right now, but I do owe you a sit-up video, and I got you. Absolutely.
well, what is up with this? I must have missed this part.
I
Uh,
said I wasn't even gonna ask.
you know, bets and boxing talk, and it's he did his sit-ups, and I got to do mine.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what about the fights? There's some fights this Saturday, right? Is it Navarrete?
Is it this Saturday?
I
Yeah,
can't recall.
it is Saturday. Navarrete, yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
see, they're not. See, not. They're not promoting this fight like they should then, or maybe because of the Jake and Mike fight is taking over.
Yeah, and then
Jose
Shushu's
Ramirez,
on that card too,
yeah,
but they're not showing it. It's
yeah,
Well,
gonna be
put
on
it on the YouTube
YouTube.
portion.
Yeah,
Shushu was on the Tyson Paul,
Yeah,
right?
but it's
But
gonna be shown on YouTube. It's not gonna be on the Netflix part.
right.
right.
But
Yeah.
Navarrete has his own card, right?
Yes, yes.
That
Oh,
was on
Yeah,
Top
it's
Zerdo.
a
Rank.
separate card. Yeah,
But yeah, I
It's
think
Zardo. Okay.
Jose Ramirez and
Yeah, hold on, because I think that is this in
how about
Fresno?
the next Saturday? Are they the same weekend as? Are you sure about this?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and then we got Zerto and William Smith on Saturday morning. See, I'm only all I've been really hearing is mostly is just about the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. I have not heard of any other fights being promoted.
Yeah.
But I haven't
Yeah.
been on the social media like that, like I normally am. But I don't know. See, that's the only thing. See, I don't like when
November
fights like
16th
Mike
is
Tyson
Zardo.
against Jake Paul
Okay.
taking over the promotion and fighting week of like the real fighters fighting. That's crazy.
Hey, all these guys, y'all just need to come on this show. We'll promote y'all. Just come on the show. Guys and girls, come on the show. Let's chat. Let's have a good time.
No, Navarrete is December 7th. See?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know why I thought it was.
No, wait. Yeah, I'm just like, wait a minute now.
I thought it was this weekend too. I did.
Oh yeah, Shushu's fight, but Shushu definitely he should be on the next flip portion, not the YouTube.
That's what I think too.
That's crazy, but whatever.
Zardo and William Smith is this weekend.
Okay.
So Jose Ramirez and Arnold Barboza are on that Zerto card. Yeah, that's the one that's in the UK, right?
I think this is a Uncle Tuck card over there in Saudi
over there.
Arabia.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know it's overseas. Yeah.
But why?
Yeah.
He's the one shelling out the money to the people. I don't know. Oscar was gonna jump on that.
Facts.
Well, maybe perhaps tomorrow on clap back Oscar time he would.
Oh my gosh! Right.
Not for nothing. Those clapbacks are kind of funny.
They're funny. They're funny. They are.
They're kind of funny.
I'm gonna give him his props. They're funny. It's good that he's doing something like this, So it's a good thing. So last words before we wrap it up.
Who is the Barrios versus Ramos? Is this which Ramos is that? HLD say he is on the undercard.
Good fight on the undercard. Yeah, see, I don't. They haven't really been promoting that.
I don't know.
Jake calling Mike Tyson this week. I didn't even know it was this week. Yeah, that's crazy.
I was thinking of the Ramos.
Not yet. If you speak fast, yeah.
I can't think of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dang it.
Arnold Barboza is on the Zerto card as the unification fight between Oscar Fazo and knockout CP Freshmar on the Zerto card. This is Latin night thing. Yeah, see that Latin night card should have been like in California somewhere or something.
Mm-hmm.
Texas, California.
Something, yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
Jose Ramirez and Arnold Barboza will have great in Fresno. Because that is where Jose is from.
Absolutely. Fresno, yes.
Always have a crowd. Now, I can promise you the same crowd in the Fresno is not happening to go to the Saudi Arabia.
No, absolutely not.
Unless they get free tickets and flights over at the August 3rd fight in the LA. I don't believe that, but...
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Let's be real here.
That's true.
Yeah, Saudi sounds crazy, right? They do.
But we've got some good boxing coming up, and I'm excited. It's good. Anytime there's boxing on, I'm happy. So, we gotta keep it going.
The Fundora and Spence, have that come?
God, I don't know if it's official. I mean, we see it, and there's whispers, but is it official?
I don't know.
And my guys went to go run. And I posted a picture because they ran into EJ and he looks good. Like he looks lean, he looks strong. They were talking about his shoes. I don't know. Everybody's talking about his shoes. I don't know if they were heavy shoes or whatever.
Yeah, foam positives on here, which is a heavy sneaker. It is
heavy sneaker. Okay,
that sneaker is heavy as fuck.
So these stairs are so steep, and you go straight up.
Maybe he was using them for a weight on his foot.
They're taxing.
Are heavy. I don't know why.
Yeah, our guys do it every Saturday, and it's no joke. So, yeah, good. Kudos to him. But I do want to know who he's training with, and they were asking me, do you know who he's training with? I was like, I don't know. I'm curious.
We shall see.
And I think, and don't quote me on this, y'all guys, in the chat, but I believe that Frank Martin even left Derek James.
But see, I don't know.
So, who knows? All the drama, soap operas, as the world turns, as the boxing world turns.
I have to throw one out there. I think that after this last Friday, if anyone have any reason to say Womack is not the trainer of the year this year,
Right.
that will freak me out.
Then they're haters, period. That's it. If they're haters if they do not agree and if they have anything negative to say, because time and time again, they have proven
And delivered.
Absolutely.
Every time.
And then, I mean, back to back every weekend. Every weekend they're somewhere.
They have Lolo last week on the Pro Box.
Yes.
They do a fabulous job as well.
And they're going to be in Dallas. I don't even know who they have this weekend.
No, I think if they're there, they're probably just maybe to watch the fight.
Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, that's good.
Because the fight in Dallas, right? The Tyson and
Yeah.
But they were just, I don't know. Surely they have someone on the card. I can't imagine they would just go.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking that maybe. Oh, yeah. We'll see. We'll see who they have. But it's good. Ladies, it's been fabulous. So fabulous. So last words, Crystal.
Thank you for everyone in the chat. It was a pleasure. And we'll have to see how this fight. I pray to God that Mike Tyson I really would love to see him knock out this call.
Just one shot.
I don't know. That stressed me out. I would never put money on that fight. Never, ever. Never.
Know.
I don't even want to see it, truly.
Like, some of my family wants to go, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go or I'm going to watch it on TV. I don't know. It's stressful. It is stressful. Yeah. Nika, last words.
I want to thank everybody in the chat for tuning in. Want to thank the ladies. I think I'm getting my energy back though, so hopefully.
Good.
I hate getting flu shots. But yeah, I haven't gotten into it with anybody this week in social media, so that's always a good thing. But I was gonna be petty, but I'm just gonna keep moving. So hope everyone has a good night.
I'm petty sometimes, but I just
No, I don't. I was gonna, but I'm gonna let it rock because remember we were told that we were begging for things. Well, I'm just gonna.
Everybody sees. Everybody sees.
Everybody's everything goes to the light.
Well, I appreciate y'all so much. Got nothing but love and respect for you both. Everybody in the chat. We have the best chat in the world. We love y'all. Thanks for supporting us every week. And we will be back next week. We have some guests coming up. And so I'm super excited. But everybody have a good night. And we love to love you.
Okay, wait. Before we go, because, Trill just reminded me. Y'all go vote for me on the Fab over 40 thing, the top 5.
Yes.
Make it to the next round, which I hopefully is the last round. So, I think I'm in.
You're going to. Girl, you're going to win the whole thing. You win some money, I hope.
If I
Vacation, something.
If I win, that money would be for, I'm so, such a giving person. I need to be selfish sometimes. But
I'm the same way.
What is the price?
Like $40,000.
Oh, that's beautiful.
For vacation. I think they put you on the magazine or something like that. But those things are rigged sometimes. But if y'all could vote, go ahead. But thanks, Trill, for reminding me.
Absolutely. You're going to win. Yes, thanks, Trill. You're going to win. Definitely going to win. Well, everybody have a good night.
Look on my Twitter page, Daniel.
Yeah. Duh.
I think it's like vote for 40, vote Fab for. I can't remember the thing, but yeah. Anyways, you guys, everybody have a good night. You gotta look on my Twitter page for the voting. Okay.
Yeah, go vote. Everybody go vote right now.
Right.
And I'm going to too. Go right. I'm going to vote again. I'm glad we can vote more than once. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat later, Daniel. So you come in the comments later. So all right.
There you go.
Have a good night.
Okay, y'all have a good night.